Hello and welcome back to the Asylum. As you probably know already, several city blocks in Seattle, Washington have been completely taken over by Antifa and BLM organization, and they have created their own independent, I use that with quotation marks, independent state. I did a video on this subject Monday, but that was just a sort of a gloss over the situation. In this video, I intend to get more into the details and show you exactly how they're doing in their own communist paradise. At first glance, it might seem that they're doing, pretty okay for themselves. I mean, just look, they have their own community garden here. It's an attempt at one anyway. They have their own library. That's a very nice collection of books there. They even have their own community center. It used to be the local police department, but they have turned it into their own community center. And boy, doesn't that just look real nice there. Yeah, it certainly seems like the actual leftist paradise that they have been dreaming about and preaching about for years. There's no police, no capitalism, and no wrong opinions allowed. They are even putting into practice what the left have been wanting to do for many, many years. Yes, that's right, they are making the white citizens pay reparations to the black citizens. If you don't believe me, well, you can just watch it for yourself. Take a look at this video taken inside of CHAZ.
Okay. I want you to find by the time you leave this autonomous zone, I want you to give $10 to one African American person from this autonomous zone. And if you find that's difficult, if you find it's hard for you to give $10 to people of color, to black people especially, you have to think really critically about, in the future, are you going to actually give up power and land and capital when you have it? If you have a hard time giving up $10, you got to think about, are you really down with this struggle? Are you really down with the movement? Because if that is a challenge for you, then I'm unsure if you're in the right place. So find an African American person. The white people, I see you. I see every single one of you. And I remember your faces. You find that African American person and you give them $10. Cash App, Venmo, $10 in your pocket. That's my challenge to you. Do it.
Oh yeah, he sees you out there, you white people, you evil white slave owners, even though slavery hasn't been a thing in this country for almost 200 years. Oh yeah. Like I said earlier in a video I did previously, it was black people in Africa who sold other black people to Europeans as slaves. In fact, America was one of the first countries to completely abolish slavery altogether. But of course, that's something that the left won't say because, it's the truth, and the left doesn't like the truth, especially when it disagrees with their narrative. But anyway, I'm straying off topic. Back to the subject at hand. There is a whole lot wrong with paying reparations, especially in the way that the People's Republic of CHAZ is going about it. I mean, every white person should find a black person and give them $10. I only counted maybe 5 black people in there. I'm sure there are more black people out there, but that's just going to lead to chaos. I mean, $10 doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, but $10 for every person who has a different skin tone than you? Pretty soon, the white people will run out of money. They will go broke. And when they do run out of money, they will be persecuted, vilified, and called racist for not wanting to pay reparations. Side note here, is anyone else surprised that they haven't tried to make their own currency? I mean, they hate the U.S. and everything the U.S. stands for, but they still use our money. I mean, I would think that they'd be using, like, woke pennies or privileged dollars or something like that by now. Leave what kind of currency you think they would use in the comments below. That'll be fun to read later. Anyway, back to CHAZ, the not-so-perfect progressive paradise that the left wants us to think it is. Just take a look at these clippings from a newspaper article published by PJ Media. No open borders in Seattle's CHAZ. The leftists who took over the 6-square block area are the same people who demand the U.S. have open borders, yet CHAZ has no open borders. You may go through a checkpoint with armed guards who will check your ID to determine if you may come in. you may be denied entry on a whim, whether it is because of your color, background, creed, or where you come from. That is illegal. That is also extremely ironic. Because, I mean, you may be denied entry based by the color of your skin? Well, that's extremely racist. Well, I guess they're not so pro-illegal immigration anymore, are they? Of course not. Now take a look at this one. This is a real kicker here. Seattle's CHAZ boasts a big, beautiful wall. It's huge, okay? It's going to be huge. We're going to make America pay for it. It's going to be huge. The best wall. It's going to be a really, really good wall. I don't say it's the best wall. Other people say it's the best wall, but it's the best wall. That's my best Donald Trump impersonation. That would make some leftists angry there. So yeah, the very first thing that the radical protesters, including the Black Lives Matter, Antifa elements, and anarchists did was build a wall around their 6-block enclave. Now we point out that these same people hate Donald Trump for simply saying that he'd like to erect a wall on the United States southern border. Wow. Hypocrisy at its finest. Walls are racist, except when we use them, says the left. Now here's the last one, and probably my second favorite. No free speech allowed in Seattle's CHAZ. If you say anything with which the leader of CHAZ, Rasimone, disagrees, you may be escorted off the premises or shot. Furthermore, if you speak out against the anarcho collective, such as complaining that you didn't get a vote on who gets to be the warlord, you will get hurt. Yeah. That's how this works. No free speech allowed. Well, at least that part hasn't changed. They're still very leftist with that part. So, let's recap. Let's go back and just retake everything in. Alright, so, free food from the community garden. A police precinct converted into a community center. Reparations for black people, for something that hasn't happened for literally decades. Many decades. A wall, closed borders, no free speech, no right to vote, real police brutality, courtesy of Simone's gang. I mean, to sum it all up, this sounds like a very crappy place to live. I mean, seriously. I can only hope that these people will soon realize that communism and socialism really isn't all that cool. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help out the channel. And click the bell notification so you get notified when my videos pop up. And until next time, have a nice day.